My name is Benson Alfred Bano. I am currently Tanzania High Commissioner to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And this is my second year in Nigeria, about 19 months now. Since we attained independence, Nigeria celebrated the 61st year of independence. On the 9th of December this year, Tanzania will be celebrating 60 years of independence, and the celebrations gonna acquire a big bang. We are celebrating 60 years of independence in different dimensions, economic areas, in governance, in development, and we have gone a long way.
Tanzania is a land blessed with natural and human capital, hence her ability to invest hugely on such resources for large-scale exportation, with less dependence on importation.
Our human capital, our human resources, the people. Tanzania are peace-loving people, lovely people, welcoming people. You will enjoy interacting with Tanzanians everywhere. Tanzania realized that long ago, way back in 1967. And as a consequence, we introduced the policy of self-reliance. We wanted to start thinking of introducing processing industries, so that when we produce cotton, we don't sell cotton in raw form. We sell finished products, clothes. When we are doing coffee, we are producing coffee, we wanted to process the coffee that would take canned coffee, tinned coffee to the European markets. It didn't work well. Subsistence industries, basic industries, that project failed. But today, as I speak, the spirit of the government, the decision of my government is to make sure that we export finished products, be it in minerals, be it in agricultural products. We export finished products. And at the moment, we are encouraging investors from all parts of the world to go to Tanzania to establish industries that would enable the country process its main agricultural crops into finished products and sell finished products. Similarly to the minerals, we are very rich in mineral resources, but we want from now to export finished mineral products, much as Nigeria is doing at the moment. So we are encouraging investors to team up with the public sector to create processing industries that will enable the country create industries. Industrialization is part of our drive, is one of our key priorities. And by so doing, we are sure we're going to create jobs, preserve jobs, and enable people to work smarter and earn more out of their sweat, out of their toiling. At the moment, you are being exploited a great deal. We sell most African countries sell their products in raw form, and they end up consuming what they don't produce and producing what they don't consume. And that is one of the challenges that I think our leaders in Africa should think through and come out with solutions. And I think the African Continental Free Trade Area protocols and initiative is partly an answer to that challenge. The COVID-19 pandemic affected the world, irrespective of color, race, development level, but we are all victims of COVID-19, and it affected adversely economies. Before COVID-19 advent, the Tanzanian economy was growing at the rate of 6.9% annually. But with COVID, our growth rate has been retarded. The current growth of the economy is projected at 5.4%, and that's not where we wanted to be. So this has affected the economy. Tourism has been affected. The reason why we are banking much today on encouraging domestic tourism, because of the travel restrictions, you couldn't get as many tourists as you would expected. So it has affected us. Our national flag carrier, the Air Tanzania planes are not flying simply because of the travel restrictions that were imposed in different countries because of COVID-19 pandemic. But my country took a bold stand. We did not lock down the country. We knew for sure our people depend on subsistence economy. The production relations is from hand to mouth daily. If you don't move out from your home, you cannot sell your stuff, you can't survive with your children. So, apart from encouraging people, persuading them to abide by the WHO conditions, wash hands, keep distance, sanitize, mask your face, we encourage the people to continue working and fighting the pandemic through different ways. So we have been affected. As we speak, I think I've been able to vaccinate a little more than 400,000 people. We acquired the first batch. We had 1.5 million doses of vaccines. And now we have been able to vaccinate about 80% as I speak.
Tanzania enjoys diplomatic ties with nations across the world, but the ties with Nigeria is one of the country's strongest and most economically sustaining. Nigeria, being the giant of the African continent, plays a good host to numerous other countries across the globe, with diverse export trades which have been mutually beneficial.
We take Nigeria as our big brother. Nigeria is a role model in terms of knowledge, in terms of advancement of knowledge, dissemination of knowledge. We tend to think that Kiswahili can get a second home in Nigeria, and that's what we are working for. Tanzania has a rich of resources and the products that she exports elsewhere, either in a raw form or with some level of finished products. In agricultural products would include cotton, sisal, tea, pyrethrum, what else? You name it. But we are rich. Cloves, coffee, tea, pyrethrum, sisal, cotton, and what you have. And then some of these are processed locally, but some are exported in raw form. When it comes to intra-African trade, that is the focus of my government. We don't need to venture much in China to look for people who are going to buy our cashew nuts, our cotton, our sisal, our coffee, and the tea. We want these crops to be sold in Nigeria, in Sokoto, in Yobe, in Kebbi, in Abia, in Imo, in Lagos. We want to promote intra-African trade. And that's why we were very much impressed when Nigeria ratified the African Continental Free Trade Area protocols, and Tanzania ratified the same protocols in September, early September this year. We wanted sufficient consultation before ratifying the protocols, but we are now full-fledged members, bona fide members of the African Continental Free Trade Area protocols. So that is like an engine that would propel the intra-African trade, because it will allow free movement of people, free movement of goods and services, and by doing so, bring together closer African countries in different dimensions. So Tanzania is pro-Africa. And to give you an illustrative case, Tanzania is a member of the East African Community, much as Nigeria is with the ECOWAS. So that we have been trading within the East African countries, 6 countries, including Kenya, Uganda, South Sudan, Rwanda, Burundi, and Tanzania itself. And of course, Tanzania is also a member of the SADC group. SADC group consists of 16 sovereign states. We have been training together, and we have been working together to promote intra-African trade. That is our focus. And we hope if we take that route, we will, in a way, reduce dependence on the 2 sides of the Atlantic, the Europeans, the Americans, as well as the Chinese and the Indians. The stories you hear, the narratives you get, sometimes they are frightening. People tend to think of Nigeria as a different country, you name it. But I can assure you, since the days since I arrived here, I have experienced a different Nigeria. A Nigeria of good people, a Nigeria of well-trained people, a Nigeria of generous people, welcoming people, smart people, God-fearing people, and the people who are free. That is one of the core experiences, and that are some of the transferable lessons that I normally narrate to my people back home. Nigeria is a great country. When I hear people talking of Nigeria, Nigeria is a great country. Most populous country on the African continent, with more than 200 million people. But educated people, the quality of a human resource is extraordinary, is far better than any other country on the African continent. The reason why Nigeria is the largest economy today on the African continent. You have invested a lot. I hear here somebody, a friend of mine from Southwest, he was telling me, if you go to Ogun State, a household may have 5 professors, 10 doctors, and that is the reality. I look at the quality of human resources here. It's extraordinary. And I was reading, I just realized that, about 5,000 practicing doctors in the United States are Nigerians. More than 5,000 practicing doctors in Canada are Nigerians. Britain, United Kingdom, has more than 6,000 practicing doctors. Super specialists are Nigerians. So Nigeria is a blessed country. And I had time to pay a courtesy visit at the office of the NIDICOM, Nigeria Diaspora Export Commission. I had a privilege of interacting with the chairperson, a lady, very, very articulate. About 3-4 weeks ago, they were here recruiting doctors. And the applicants they received, more than 600 doctors applied for jobs in Saudi Arabia. So you can see how Nigeria is gifted in terms of human resources. You can call it brain drain, it is not. You are adding value to the globalized world.
Gender equality is one of Tanzania's key value systems. The East African country champions women empowerment and inclusiveness in all spheres and at all levels. In Tanzania's National Assembly, women account for 1/3 House members, making it one of the global leaders in women's representation.
In human rights, doesn't matter whether you are blue, you are white, you are red, you are a human being. Human beings, wherever they are, they deserve respect, they deserve their human rights to be protected and to be respected. So I believe in human rights. I believe in gender equality. I'm sorry, favor. In Tanzania, we have set an example. As we speak, His Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan is the President of the United Republic of Tanzania. She's a lady. She is making wonders. She is a transformational leader with a name. She is leading the country as an institute politician, as a transformative leader. This is what we want. Now you go in Tanzania, 36% of all parliamentarians, lawmakers are women. About 143 out of 300 plus. The judges in the courts of law, 43% are women. You go to the regional administration, 46% are women. You go to resident magistrates at regional level, in your context at the state level, 50% of all magistrates are women. We go to registrars of high courts, 40% of them are women. So I believe in human rights. I believe in gender equality, and that is the missing link in Africa. Even in the developed world, they better come to us, to Tanzania, and learn how we are promoting the cause for human rights, the cause for gender equality. And the women are doing terrific jobs. Right now, we have the first female president in the East African region. And the deputy speaker is also president. And for the first time, we have the Minister of Defense, who is a woman. So I believe in gender equality. Unfortunately, I don't see this happening in Nigeria. I look at the Senate, I look at the National Assembly, I think gender parity is still wanting in this country. And of course, Nigeria has done a lot. I admire Ikweala Ngozi, the Director General of WTO. She is a terrific woman. You go through her CV. Your Minister of Finance here, she is also a terrific woman. You listen the way she is controlling the economy, directing the finances of the country, very terrific. So if we create a space for women to thrive, I am sure my cause of being an African, my cause of supporting human rights would reach the highest levels.
Africa is truly a continent of many paths, a land to be loved. It is one of the world's most beautiful continents worthy of exploration, and its rich resources are to be sought for. However, these beauties are often downplayed and less showcased to the outside world. It is often wondered how the people of Africa seek in other continents what they already possess.
We are trying, but we haven't reached the pace that we would be doing this. Correcting the African narrative. And this is the duty and the task of Africans. Much as we fought against colonialism, against apartheid, we should join hands to tell the world the true story about Africa. The Western media wants to sell famine, killings, poverty. That's their story. But that's not the way Africa it is. It is our duty. It's our duty to tell the truth, to reconstruct the African history, to tell the world what's happening in Africa ourselves. We shouldn't wait for the BBC, for Deutsche Welle, for Voice of America, for Newsweek to write and talk about Africa. We should be able collectively, as under our African Union institution, to tell the world the truth. Whether they like it or not, it's upon us to be able to tell our success stories, including our sad stories, without even sugarcoating them. Let the African be a master of his own destiny. And this is why, because they divided us. Divided we fall, united we stand. I think it's upon us, through our electronic media, our social media, our print media, to do the right thing, to tell the world the right thing, whether they want to listen to it. And that's why when my Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation staff came here, that was the thinking. Why can't we exchange stuff so that success stories happening in Nigeria are told in Tanzania? Success stories happening in Niger are told in Kenya. Success stories happening in South Africa are told in Egypt. If we take that route, Africa will stand on its own. Remember, Africa has been exploited. As Africa has been labeled a darker continent, Africa has been labeled a no man's land. Africans have been subjugated. But it's our role, much as we fought for independence, for decolonization, for the liquidation of apartheid, it is our noble duty to struggle to tell the truth about Africa. And we shouldn't wait for the white man from Australia, from Toronto, from New York to come and tell us about Africa. No, we have a noble duty and a sincere obligation to tell the world the truth about Africa.
Echoes from the Valley, telling the African story.
We're able to tell our stories, who we are, what we are, and we are proud of those stories. And then we're able to also reach out to people who identify and appreciate our stories.
Africa has a splendid beauty that has to be experienced.
We have got to tell our story.
Echoes from the Valley, telling the African story.
The way we read and about it through the Western press, no. And that is the role of our leaders. And that's why I admire the government of Nigeria when it comes to defending its sovereignty. When Twitter was banned here in May, was it in May 5th? We were happy. We were happy. Let us also show them that we are sovereign states. We can take care of ourselves. We are not afraid. We are not afraid of anybody. We are not apologetic to anybody. We can make our own judgment. Twitter is banned in Nigeria. It has been given 5 conditionalities. Without fulfilling them, I believe the government of His Excellency Buhari won't allow it to operate. And that spirit should go out of Nigeria, should inform the policymakers when it relates to media in DRC Congo, in Rwanda, in Tanzania, in Uganda, to tell them that we are independent, sovereign state. We don't want undue interference that's gonna divide us. We struggled, we shed blood for our independence. We will defend our sovereignty, our rights, come rain, come sunshine. We are the masters of our own destiny. And that Nigeria has paved the way. It has shown the way. I think that spirit should be emulated by other African countries. I am proud not only to be an African, but a Pan-African, a pro-African. I am proud to be an African. I am what I am because God wanted me to be an African. I am not apologetic. I think as they think. I think as a human beings. And we are all mortal, by the way. God created human beings because of a reason. Whether you are in Africa, you are in Australia, New Zealand, you are in Antarctica, you are a human being. And that's why when I hear people, when I hear, especially Africans, issues like xenophobia, it's not in the cultural pattern of Africans. When I hear things like discrimination on the basis of color, creed, religion, I become irked as a human being. We are born equally. We deserve respect. We have our rights which must be preserved. So I am an African and I'm proud to be an African, and I'm not apologetic because of my color. No.